To apply to a community college is relatively simple. We have several ways that students can do it. They can get on our websites and apply electronically, or they can actually come in and go through the admissions process with an admissions counselor. Once a student's been admitted, to get enrolled, they need to go through the process of going through an orientation. And our orientation process is an en masse process, and then students are then broken out and they go see their requisite advisors, depending on the discipline that they want to take up and major in. So I think that advisors are very, very important to this process of enrolling and then for students to stay on track towards graduation. Students need to be aware of the FAFSA process, which awards them student financial aid, as well as looking at the process by which they can start early and make themselves aware of the courses that we offered and the times in which we offer those courses. Our students are very diverse, so they need to take a good look at what their work schedules are and when our classes are offered so that they can get the best value for their time. Campus is always open to the public, so this is one of those things I always tell students, please don't wait until the last minute. Come early and actually acclimate yourselves to the campus. Know which buildings are where, especially if you're interested in humanities, you want to know where the humanities building is. If you're interested in our health sciences program, you want to know where the Wallace building is, for example. And once students come and do their own wayfinding, I guess we could call it that, that's the best part or the best start to an orientation. Students start with the Campus Connect formal orientation process where they meet with student services personnel, and these personnel make them aware of the services that we provide and the services that a lot of folks aren't aware that are free for students, such as our disability support services, our veteran services, our supplemental instruction. And supplemental instruction is where students can actually take a course and find assistance to support that particular course by a student who's already taken that course prior. We don't usually have on-campus housing in a community college setting in the state of Tennessee. Our students drive from as close as literally 1 minute away to 45 minutes away. So we have a large 12 county service area, and we have 4 separate campuses to try to meet the needs of that 12 county service area. Students declare their major as soon as they are accepted into the college, because we found that students that have a better sense of what their end goal is, i.e. I want to focus on allied health, or health sciences, or I want to focus on humanities, they're more likely to stay on track. Students at all levels of post-secondary education change their majors, and this is because they usually catch a spark in a course that they were just taking as an elective. For example, some business majors may take a philosophy class and be turned on by the fact of Socrates and the allegory of the cave. So it's interesting to see that there is some change as they go through their coursework. So this is a normal process. We have several things in place in the state of Tennessee, such as project sales that assist students with math. We also have supplemental instruction at our campuses that assist students who are in courses and need to have additional support. We also have learning commons, which also assist students that may not be prepared, and we can help them build towards competency levels so that they can get credit for those credit-bearing courses. We're moving towards an immediate credit model in the Tennessee Board of Regents schools, and that means that students that come in maybe a little underprepared, not unprepared, but underprepared, actually will have a chance to go straight into a credit-bearing course, and through collaborative teaching and supplemental instruction, meet the competencies of that course, and by the end of that course, receive credit for it. When they're just starting, the most important person to a student is the academic advisor, and the other person that's the most important person to them would be their faculty member. Students signing up for courses have to be aware of their own personal schedules, such as do they work part-time, do they have family commitments, are they taking care of an elder parent or a grandparent, and when they meet with an advisor, they get a better sense of the course offerings that are morning, afternoon, and in the evening. The faculty member is also a person of great assistance to the student because they provide them with a foundation that gives them a better sense of how long might take me to get to my end goal, such as, do I want to simply complete a 2-year degree, or do I want to move from the 2-year institution to a 4-year institution? Advisors are assigned, and in community colleges, we do have a system where each individual division has faculty members who are assigned as advisors, but also we have professional advisors. Academic advisors have eclectic backgrounds. Typically they have counseling backgrounds. They also have student services backgrounds. Some of them have actually been adjuncts and or full-time assistant professors or instructors at the community college level or beyond. And they have a good sense of curriculum. They have a good sense of how many classes it would take to get to a degree. They have a strong sense of community. So they are really mavericks, so to speak, for the community college in terms of their backgrounds and what they offer the students. To develop a good rapport with their academic advisor, students should take a proactive approach and actually set up times to actually see them, meaning schedule times when the student's going to be on campus, or schedule times before classes or after classes to have a 15-minute or 30-minute conversation about their academic progress. We like to say that students have flexibility to choose the courses that they want to take, and it's the advisor and students' cooperative relationship that allows them to take the courses that they need to take in order to graduate. So students do have a plan of study, so to speak, to get to their 2-year degree, certificate, and beyond, and that is done with their academic advisor. And in support of the academic advisor and the student, the faculty member typically weighs in because we need to know when those courses are going to be offered, because the worst thing that can happen is if you're anticipating taking a course, but it's not in a fall to fall or fall to spring schedule. So we want to make sure those course offerings are offered when the student can take them. It takes approximately 60 credits for students to graduate from a community college. Getting to those 60 credits is diverse. Students can take up to 18 credits per semester in the fall and spring, but we also offer a Maymester, which is a condensed version of summer school, as well as offering summer school courses, which are typically 10 weeks long in length. Students can actually accelerate towards that 60 credit degree by taking courses that are offered in various forms, meaning that we have online format, we offer courses in a hybrid format, as well as the face-to-face and traditional course offerings. Students who are working and attending school, I would suggest that they get engaged. Become aware of the services that we offer, become aware of the clubs and organizations that are offered through student services. Be aware of the academic and other social functions that happen in the evening that may meet their schedules, and be reminded that the community college is in its namesake for the community. So we want and we enjoy having families come to these events as well. The support services that are offered at a community college begin with disability support services. We also offer veteran services. We also offer, for academic support, learning commons and supplemental instruction. Further, for students who are ESOL, we offer a language center. We also offer writing center for students who have challenges with their writing. And it's writing across the discipline, so it's not just for students who are involved in English, but it's also for students involved in writing across the humanities, writing across science, writing across business. High school students should be aware of the fact that they need to start the process of admission to community colleges early. The earlier they start, the better off they'll be. The FAFSA process is something that you shouldn't wait until the last minute to do, as well as making sure that you're looking at the majors and making sure that whatever is offered is something that you're actually interested in whichever community college you decide to go to. Thirdly, I would say that if they're interested in extracurricular activities, they should also think about what types of extracurricular activities are offered at that community college, and be aware that if it's not offered, it doesn't mean that they can't start it. We love to engage students in what their interests are, so we're very open to starting new things at community colleges. The pitfalls that students should avoid in starting their career at a community college is to make sure that they do things in a timely fashion. It is important that they get ahead of financial aid, that they get ahead of purchasing their books. Something that comes to mind as an example, students sometimes wait until after courses start to purchase their books, and they don't realize that on the first day of courses, there are assignments being given out. So they're at a disadvantage if they don't move forward and be proactive and buying the things that are necessary for their academic success over the course of the semester. To ensure a student's going to be successful at a community college, they need to do several things. One, show up to class. Secondly, develop a relationship or rapport with their advisor and or faculty members. Also, during the first day or the first 2 weeks of class, students should make sure that they share their telephone numbers or emails with someone who's sitting close to them, just in case of an emergency, so that they don't miss class notes or that they don't miss something that's an extra assignment. This typically will assist them with being successful at a community college. The most important thing a student can do in terms of progressing towards their degree is go to class.